welcome to my channel. I am your friendly local neighborhood demon slayer. I am here to bring you guys a general tarot card reading. We're here to ask the universe what messages need to be relayed, what lessons we need to be learning, and what demons we need to slay. So let's jump right into it. I am working with pre-shuffled card decks. What is in our energy today, universe? I hope everyone's day, evening, what have you is going well so far. We have Scorpio rising. We have dangerous territory. Destroying evidence. Coven power. What else have you got for us, universe? What is in our energy? What do we need to learn? What do we need to become aware of? We have stronghold here. We've got redemption in reverse. We have Virgo in reverse. We have lesson in reverse. All right, and for our angels, what do you have for us for this reading? We've got the sun in reverse. We have the Seven of Swords in reverse. We have the Death card in reverse. And we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We have underhanded business. We have temperamental mechanisms. We've got lucid dreaming in the reverse. And what do we have out last here? We have stifled creativity. We have Rome here. We have Pluto here. We have routine here in the reverse. And we have shadow here. We have the Six of Pentacles. The Three of Wands in reverse. The Six of Cups in reverse. And we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Overall, I am definitely picking up on the energy of someone who was born with gifts or a gift. And what I mean by that when we talk about gift or gifts, anyone and everyone can build a skill through habit. It doesn't matter who you are, how talented you are naturally, whatever. Gifts are something that you are kind of born with, like an innate level of talent. And so whatever the gift is, whatever craft it is, it comes very easily to you without much effort. It's just like it's almost as if you had mastered this gift in other lifetimes or lifetime and kind of carried that with you into this life. And so when you connected with it, it was an easy connection. You didn't have to work at it for very long or very hard before you really became, what's the word? I'm at a loss for the word. Proficient with it. All right, so let's start from the top. We have Scorpio rising and underhanded business. So as I was saying, we've got someone here who was born with a natural talent, a natural ability, a gift. Okay, something that it was given to them to prosper in their lifetime. But we have something happening here. This person that got themselves involved in some dark, deep shit. And so it looks to me like this gift is being stripped from them. So Scorpio rising, you could, the person that we're talking about here whose gifts were stripped or will be stripped or might be stripped, they could be a Scorpio rising. The people who influence them or somebody very close to them could be a Scorpio rising, or it could be, then the underhanded business, that's definitely whatever this person has gotten themselves into to change the course of their timeline. This is them. We have stronghold and Rome. Whatever it is that they are involved in, it's like it's an addiction. And addictions range exponentially. We can become addicted to absolutely anything. It doesn't have to be your super basic, obvious stuff like drugs, alcohol, or even sex. It also relates to, if we're talking about the deep underworld, the ugly parts of the world, it can be murder. People become addicted to murdering. People become addicted to just all kinds of things. But whatever this is, that's partially to do with this person's fall. is that they've become addicted to something. They've let it take over them. Below that, we have the Sun in reverse right next to the Six of Pentacles. Their light is hidden away now. This person, whoever they were, or are, excuse me, this could be past, present, future, okay? So don't get me wrong when my tenses kind of change up here as I'm speaking. But the light that this person was supposed to be bringing in, that came in naturally with this person, is not showing anymore. It's not to say that it's not there, because no one can exist with absolutely no light. But it's hidden. They're not, this person is no longer being looked at as a source of light. And this also just gives me like, it's almost like they sold their soul type of deal. They sold their soul for the sake of benefit, personal benefit. Whatever that is, you know, it could have been to serve their addiction here, or it could have been something other, some other kind of dream that they had outside of their gifts. Then we have dangerous territory and temperamental mechanisms. Yeah, there's an addiction here. There is an addiction here. That's what this dangerous territory and temperamental mechanisms is about. There's an addiction here that's taken over. We have redemption in the reverse and Pluto here. And then we have Seven of Swords in reverse and Three of Wands in reverse. They've done something very, very bad, and it was either because they were doing it in trade to get what they wanted, like the selling the soul for whatever, you know, or it was just something that whatever it is they're addicted to, it kind of like puts them out of their right state of mind, and then that's when they started doing, there's some deep dark shit going on here. I don't believe that there's truly, I don't know, I don't entirely believe that anyone is completely unredeemable, but, or let me rephrase that, let me change that up altogether. The right to redeem oneself is given to everyone, no matter what you've done and committed. But there are people who are not redeemable because they will never allow themselves to operate in their own free will, to make the choice and the decision to redeem themselves. You know what I'm saying? So there is, this person does not consider themselves, whatever it is that they've done or committed, they do not look at themselves or feel like they are redeemable. At least in this part of the journey. And right now, the part of the journey is addiction. Now, Pluto is very wise, very quiet, and but very powerful. It knows things that no other planet knows. And when I'm talking about no other planet, I'm talking about, you know, the general planets that we talk about when we're talking about the zodiac and our birth charts and so forth. So Pluto is aware of this. which also means there's hope. There is hope. This could be a stepping stone to a grand enlightenment in the future. That's just going to depend on this person here. And here's the Seven of Swords and the Three of Wands, both in reverse. Excuse me. I'm also getting that whatever it is that this person did that was dark and dirty and cannot be spoken about has something to do with revenge. So I don't know if this was something that happened to them or towards them during childhood or more recently, but whoever this person is, they're young. They're definitely in their 20s. I would venture to say early 20s, but of course this, those parameters aren't completely strict because this obviously applies to more than one person. Across the globe. But whatever it is they did it out of revenge. So I'm not saying this is the case, but I'm just giving you an example. Say they were raised in a dysfunctional family, and say that somebody raped them as a child. And that stuck with them, they never let it go, and eventually, once they got addicted to whatever the hell they're stuck on right now, that put them in that mindset where they couldn't get out of that. The pain and the misery and the agony that was caused from the past. And so they were driven to seek revenge. Right here we have destroying evidence. And we have lucid dreaming in the reverse. It's something this person has literally sat here and daydreamed and contemplated and planned on how exactly they would get their revenge on this person. Whoever it was that wronged them in some way or fashion. They've really been mulling over this. We have Virgo in the reverse and routine in the reverse. Alright, so Virgo is an earth sign. What's the opposite of earth? That's air. Routine in the reverse is kind of chaotic, loose type of deal, right? So we've got air and we've got, floaty. So there's not, it's just confirmation that this person was definitely acting under their addictions when they went out and committed this revenge plot. We have death in the reverse and Six of Cups in the reverse. What did I tell you? The Six of Cups, oh my God. This was definitely family or someone very close to the family that did something to this person. That literally destroyed them. It didn't really destroy them. We have death in reverse. But this person, through their pain and agony, definitely took on, the everything that you would go through during a death. And next up we have the Coven Power and the Stifled Creativity. Okay, so here's we'll get some clarification on that Coven Power, because I don't know if that's a literal translation for what's going on here. I don't know if this person teamed up or became a part of a coven or a cult. I don't know if they helped this person seek the revenge or whatever it was. And here we have the Stifled Creativity. This is this person losing their gifts because they decided to act and do things in the dark and do things to perpetuate problems rather than to get through it and grow through it. So let's go ahead and gain some clarity on that if we can, please. Universe, what do you have on this with this coven power? Does this coven have anything to do with what this person committed against the person that hurt them? We have the Page of Cups in reverse. Can I get a little more clarity, please? That just tells me that whatever this coven is, they're not about to open their mouths about what the fuck they know. Not at all. We have the Three of Pentacles here. That's celebration. It also confirms that there's more than one person here involved. So I do get the idea that there was collaboration here. That doesn't mean that the whole group is solely responsible for committing the plan, but they definitely were part of the plans. So they definitely, like, if any of this came to surface as a crime and the justice system were looking into this, technically the people who were helping this person to plot would also be guilty and also face consequences. So like I said, it doesn't mean that they actually had hands in the matter in seeking this revenge. Just the fact that they helped this person come up with a strategy is enough to make them guilty. We have lesson in the reverse and shadow. And it still could very well be a coven. It could be a cult. It could be something. But whatever it is, these people are tight. They had success in what they did. They did get the revenge that they were after. And they're not saying shit. They're very loyal to one another. They're not snitches. They're not going to snitch on one another. We have lesson here in reverse, and then we have shadow. So I'm really picking up that this person really isn't yet, anyway. It's not to say that they won't change paths later, but they're not learning from their shadow. Our shadow is what we learn from, it's what we grow from. It's that nasty, ugly part of us that we have to face in order to realize our greatest potential. Because how can we grow if we never take on an outside perspective of our own selves and see the things that we don't want to see and hear the things that we don't want to hear? And then we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Swords in reverse. So this person right now is still just sitting in that energy of feeling happy about themselves for the revenge that they feel they got on this person that hurt them. I don't know what the revenge is. I don't know. It could be death. It could just be that this person went in and ruined a relationship, ruined their career, ruined their money, ruined their home. There's no telling, okay? Whatever it is, it's definitely not legal. It's definitely not legal. But things are turning. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. They're realizing now that they traded out their God-given gift that could have propelled them into anywhere that they wanted to go in life and trade to seek out this revenge. And that's why we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Because they realized they made the wrong deal. So it's just the beginning of that phase. So it's like it's like they got the high, they went through the high of being like, yeah, we got him back kind of thing, you know? And time kind of goes by, and then all of a sudden, wait a second. Wait, this gift, I used to be really good at this craft, and now the fuck I'm not. Now people are telling me I sound like shit, I look like shit, that my work is shit. It doesn't look right, it doesn't fit right, it doesn't feel right. Like, I'm not crafting quality work anymore that people appreciate. And so it's just now dawning on this person what kind of deal with the devil that they actually made. So that's pretty interesting. I guess because I know I'm not the only one curious here to know this. I am curious, is this gift something that could ever be restored? Can you tell us that, universe? Is this a gift? The gift that was taken from this person for getting their revenge, their evil revenge, is this gift ever going to be redeemable for this individual? We have strength card here. Damn. So maybe. Can you give us anything else on this? We got the Eight of Pentacles. Whatever it is, so if you are this person who is facing this right now and you're curious, the answer is yes, that it's possible. But there seems to be a time limit. This is not always going to be available for you. And it may not be available for you at all if you're not willing to make a new deal with heaven, with God, with the angels. Because I'm not sure I don't think words can properly explain what it is that I'm trying to convey. It would require, I don't want to say a religious commitment, but a commitment to walking the good path, to dedicating time and energy into the good in the world and spreading good and happiness and this and that. And it would have to start right the fuck now. This person is going to have to face up to their addictions, fight them off the best that they can. There are programs for that you can join to help you through that. Like, you don't have to do that part alone. Fortunately, there are a lot of people that are out here trying to help one another. This is also representing the fact that if you can be strong and endure this, you know, don't fake your feelings. Like, you're gonna have to work through your fucking feelings. The feelings that you were avoiding by replacing that with revenge, you're gonna have to face those. And now you gotta face the feelings of the fact that you sought the revenge, and finally the fact that you traded your gifts in order to do that. And I don't know. Whoever you are, it's really just going to depend on what you want and how you want to move forward in your life. What do you want the rest of your life to represent to the world? Anything? What does your life mean to you? What did you learn from this experience of selling your soul for the sake of revenge? How do you turn that around and teach other people in similar situations who are ready to just do anything to seek their revenge? What would you tell them now? Now that you know what you know, you've been through it, how would you talk to someone else in the same position? Would you tell them? Would you encourage them? Because I have a feeling that you wouldn't. I have a feeling that you would have something different to say. And that's the kind of work that's going to be required to turn this around, to maybe one day re-access your gifts. That is not to say that your gifts will come with fame and fortune and just these magical things, but it will bring you peace. It will restore your peace, and you will be able to live your life in peace. But it will require you sharing your story, growing, learning. These people that you're hanging out with, you know, you're going to have to face the fact that some of them aren't going to turn around. You're going to have to face the fact that you're going to lose some people, if not all, to make this change. And there's nothing wrong with deciding that you're not going to make the change. Okay? Just at the end of the day, you have to live with yourself and what you've done. Okay? And so if you're not living in a way that's helping you out of that, you know, you're just gonna have to live with it. And hopefully you don't do this again, you know, to someone else. Which I'm not picking that up though. I really don't get that you're the kind of person that would just go on a spree of crimes to just, you know, for fuck all. You're not that energy. But yeah. Alright, you guys, I'm going to leave it right there. And whoever this energy is for, I do wish you luck. I do hope that you decide to work in the light with us, because we can use any and everyone to join in helping us to bring more light into the world. Is only going to make us collectively better. So that hopefully one day we're all living in a place and space where we don't see the nasty ass things happening to children the way that we did. That's the goal. But alright, you guys, thank you so much for stopping in and sharing in this reading with me. I greatly appreciate it. If you do feel so led, I definitely will appreciate any likes, subscribes, comments, shares, because all of that helps to spread the messages, get them further out to people who may need it. And yeah, until our next reading, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, wonderful rest of your evening, whatever that is, whenever that is. And until our next reading, you guys, see you soon. Bye.